welcome to another My Little Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Bree. I'm here with my brother Bryson.
Hello.
My father Gary.
Hello.
And my mother Shelly.
Hi.
Today we're going to be chit-chatting about the latest in greatest that's happening in our world, which is the weekly peek, and we have a special announcement. But before we get to that, a word from our sponsor.
Oh.
This week's podcast is sponsored by the My Little Homestead merchandise shop. If you'd like to get a cute design on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, handbag, or other sort of apparel, please visit the link down in the description. They sponsor us every week. They're pretty faithful.
Amazing.
We have a special announcement to make. Mom, would you like to do
I
that?
get to do it?
Yeah.
Yes. Garen and Ellie had their baby. Yay. She's a little girl. Her name is Kinsley Anna.
Oh, yeah.
And she is...
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Absolutely
She was like
perfect.
6 pounds.
6
and
pounds. Like, she was an
6 pounds?
assortment
I
of
thought she was
ounces.
She wasn't even weighed
Was she
until
6? I thought she was 7 pounds.
7 pounds.
Oh, yeah, she was 7 pounds.
Well, yeah.
pounds.
Well, I thought she was
pounds
like 7
something.
inches or something.
7 pounds.
7 pounds, 7 inches.
Okay, not 7 inches. Forgive me. I heard 7.
She was longer than... I guess we don't know.
She's
Statistics, do we?
7 pounds and 6 feet tall. It's amazing.
Let me just explain why we don't have these statistics like you normally would. You would just like rattle these things off. I don't think we mentioned this, but the reason Garen and Ellie were working so diligently to get the bedroom and the bathroom done is because Ellie, she had a home birth and a midwife come in. So it didn't go like in the normal in the doctors, you get that right away. I think it came later. So that was one of the reasons we didn't get all those stats up front.
Now, even if we had those stats, it doesn't necessarily mean we would remember them, but at least we have an out with this particular birth.
We can confidently say that there are stats.
There are stats, and they are out there, and some people know them, but
Yes.
we are not them. But, oh
It's
my
a girl.
gosh, she's
I know
so
that,
pretty.
too. Her name's
So
Kinsley.
yes.
pretty. Got a little button nose. She
She's
got a lot of
pooped.
hair. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, darker hair, too. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Very
Azalea was a
cute.
redhead, so red blondie.
Strawberry.
Redhead, strawberry blonde. Yeah. Cutie.
So, super
Good
Super
baby.
do. Congratulations, Garen. Ellie.
Yes, beautiful baby. Our family is growing. Willie 1960 asks, "Did you give up on replacing the hoop barn?" Question mark.
No.
Yes, we gave up. We decided we're just going to leave the partially standing, unbelievably why we keep stuff there, don't
Okay.
even know why,
Okay.
tarp.
Your snarkasm is right there. Hey, no,
of
really,
paper
what we're going to do
that
is
almost blows
we're
away
going to
my
work on it, but we do have to finish a couple little projects first, so
Yeah.
we can't quite get to it until we're done with a couple projects.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. We were going to get a visitor who was needing a bathtub, and we realized at the time we didn't have a bathtub. We have 2 showers in the house, but not a bathtub. So we thought, oh my goodness, we need to get a bathtub in. So we kind of got sidetracked on doing that and setting that up as the outdoor. And then, of course, we got started on that. And then it turned
What
out
was-
we didn't need a bathtub anymore.
What
but
was
then
going
we'd already...
to be another thing too is that it was just going to be a simple bathtub,
Oh yes.
and then it was going to be a simple little wall, and then we got a hold of it.
And then
it
we
got
got a
bigger,
And again, it turned into
now
the
it's an
shower.
art project and jacuzzi, and
It got
and the
exciting.
shower's connected to the whole thing
Yep.
too. So it really got big.
And then we wanted to try the rocks, and we
Yeah.
wanted to try the bottles, and we
Yeah.
wanted to make it artsy, and it just slowly
evolved into
grew
what
on
it is
us.
today. So it's actually bigger than the house we live in. So it's huge.
No. It's really nice. It's really big and nice and going to be really used a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did. We
and
used the outdoor shower.
That was
quite a bit.
another thing too, is that we realized that the shower that we use so often, the outdoor shower, it's seen some better days, and through time it was kind of not as pristine and upright as it once was. And so this also gave us an opportunity
Simple
to,
little windstorm.
Yeah.
Gone.
Dang it, I know there was a wall here.
Really
Somewhere.
suck if you were in that shower when the windstorm came and blew it down.
Yes.
So.
No, it wasn't that bad, but I feel like if left another couple years, maybe. But so it gave us a good excuse too for something that we use so often. Not giving up on, just other elaborate things are occurring until we can get to that, which will be our next project. By
I
golly.
do dream about it every day.
Which leads us to
Yes.
our next question here by Rebecca Jenkins Poteet. She asks, have you guys thought about trying the next structure with mesh Hyperadobe bags? Dun,
And the answer is yes. We've been wanting to do something, and we're going to do that. So I did find one lead on a Hyperadobe bag company. I'm going to call them today or tomorrow. And then I thought maybe if you have any links or phone numbers to Hyperadobe, we'd like the continuous. We'd like to do the continuous Hyperadobe. That'd be great too, because I'm going to be starting to do some research and calling around and get some of those ordered. So appreciate any information that you might have on that.
Yep.
I kind of wonder how it's going to work too, because the holes, I feel like the dirt's just going to fall out of the holes and it's not going to.
I don't know. I've been watching a little family that's been putting a little Hyperadobe building together. They have very similar dirt to us, and granted, I think they're adding like cement and stuff. They're going all in. I don't know if that would be necessary or not. I don't know. We're gonna have to do some more research on it. But from our experience, it seems to do pretty good without cement, but I don't know.
Bryson said probably our biggest concern is if we start doing this during the monsoon season, we're going to definitely have to have those bags
100% covered. Otherwise, it's going to flood. All the dirt's just going to go out. I mean, we'll be left with a pile of bags, and all the dirt's going to be on the sides. So.
Yeah, that's the one thing I foresee as being a little bit of a challenge for us, but nothing that a tarp can't fix.
Yeah, an opportunity to grow in advance.
Yeah.
We might want to consider too, if it tamps down better and stays, can cob it or stucco
as we go.
Stucco it as we go.
Some of the issues with that
maybe
is
it
that
tends to fall off.
It cracks and falls off because when you put a roof on top of these buildings, it moves the wall around a little bit.
Kind of thinking
not much, but enough to
And even tamping a few layers up sometimes.
It can knock it off.
I was mostly thinking with these they might dry faster, they might cure quicker.
They may attach to the inside better.
Yeah, they may not fall off. It might settle pretty quickly.
You know what?
No barbed wire.
You're putting in the floor and the roof first on this one.
Well, are we going to? Because the reason why we were going to do that.
Part of the roof and the floor.
Well, on which one?
We won't need to do that anymore if we don't want to.
Right.
The floor,
That's
yes.
right.
Well, speaking of stucco, that leads us beautifully into our next question here by Rose Oria. And Rosa asks, I will be waiting for the stucco recipe. And the stucco recipe is just
a stucco bag.
It's a stucco bag. Just add water. Simple. We used to do, and we still may go through and mix more, but
little salt and pepper, little squash garlic.
But we decided
we're cheating this time.
Yeah, some onions. Throw some onions in
We
there.
decided this time around we just wanted to not. So that's why we have the bags that we just add water.
Are we getting lazy in our old age?
It's like a premix.
Efficient. I'd like to say efficient because it takes a lot of time to haul the sand.
It isn't like they haven't told us for like 1,000 years. You could do this easier if.
Just get a bag and just add some water.
That makes sense. But we like doing it the hard way.
It's so funny. On our smallest structure yet, we have a skid steer and we're doing mixing of the bags. On our smallest project, we have all the little.
Man, this is going up fast, but it's hard.
Yes.
Like the smallest thing.
Anyway.
Is it though? I mean, it's almost breeze room size, maybe this room size.
Oh.
Don't you think?
Raven Page said on actually our last podcast, an idea is to possibly spark and get creative with your outside shower floor would be to Google some river stone floor patterns with your theme. I'm sure you guys could find something to blend it beautifully, make it feel more like the awesome soap holders.
Yes, I actually asked Brie if she would find and post that comment. Thank you, Raven. I absolutely love that idea, and we're going to do exactly that. And after the guys put in the concrete floor, we are going to be looking at possibly little ceramic tiles and the river rock as well. I was talking actually with a tile guy last week. And anyway, so thank you for that idea. It's a great idea, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Bree and I will probably be doing that. Yes.
As just to note, I was noticing out there when I was walking around looking at stuff, we have a bunch of flagstone. They call it flagstone. Is it flagstone? We actually still have some left. That might be enough to do maybe the hallway or something of that. Just kind of keep that in mind. It is out there. Which the flagstone's kind of cool.
We shall see. Yes. We get excited. We start adding things to walls when we're like, oh goodness. Or maybe floors are no exception. They're not off limits either.
I'm still going to stick with that idea of having a shark tank underneath everything. I think that's a great idea.
I think this man has seen
Either
the
shark
speed
tank
that
or
way
fish
too
tank,
much.
something underneath. You walk out, it's all glass. You look straight down water. The best part is you shower, it just goes right in there.
Wait,
right
wait,
into the
you're
tank.
swimming while showering? Because how does that work?
No,
That's
there's
a
a
bath.
glass.
That's called a bath.
With a
But then
shark,
when you
no
drain
less.
then you drain the water, it goes into the tank.
Oh.
You know, so when you're
But-
showering, it's falling through into
But
the
isn't
tank.
that considered gray water? And no offense, that seems a little toxic for an animal to
Maybe
be
if you
swimming
got
in.
good filters and good bacteria cleaners and
Aquaponics.
and stuff, I'm sure
That
you're
sounds
all right.
elaborate, even for us.
I like it.
I do.
It'd
It's
probably
good.
start to smell eventually.
Okay.
And the fish would die, but we don't mention that.
Okay, so this was an interesting question, and we do get this from time to time. Junie Kluer asks, have you ever had an earth bag structure fall over?
Maybe.
Are you thinking of the cabin, Gary?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yes,
absolutely.
okay, but
Okay,
that
we
that
need to
doesn't
clarify
count.
this
That
a
was a
little bit.
different.
But
That was
That wasn't a
doesn't
fall
count.
over. That was kind of a slump.
That was a improper
Slump.
mixture. I'm talking when you do it right
Oh yeah.
and get her
Oh,
done.
yeah.
To me,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
a
You do it
learning
right,
experience.
never-
It was the wrong
We've
material
not been
that was
there.
in it. It was
Yeah,
way
we-
too much clay and not enough.
Yeah.
It was the wrong
But with the, I mean,
mix.
done the right way.
Done the right
No.
way. No, they're so solid.
No.
Yep. Solid.
rock
Yeah.
hard, solid.
And
yeah.
you know, Bryson, you had something too that you mentioned yesterday about it too. You know, you just think of sandbags. You know, you get them to stop flooding, or you know, a military might use them for bunkers and stuff like that, don't they? So it's a really tough material, and especially the way we do it, where it's damp dirt and we're tamping it in. It's like adobe bricks that we've used for eons. It's powerful building.
Yeah, sandbags have sand in them, and yet they're really strong. We're actually putting
a clay and sand
yeah.
mixture, which
So
is
we're
very
making
similar
more of
to
a brick.
cast metals and stuff. You'll be familiar with green sand, how it compacts. And when you tamp that and you compact it and you let it dry, it's very hard to break.
Yeah,
And
I
this
mean,
is the same.
These
same
walls are
concept
so.
behind these.
Just remember, the military uses it for protection against small arms fire, so they could shoot the place up at home.
It's a bunker.
could stay
When you're
right.
done, it's a bunker.
true.
Minus the
On
windows, it's a
top of
bunker.
the dirt, it's a bunker, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. It is a bunker.
Yes, very solid.
I'm pretty sure a car could hit the building and it would hardly even dent it.
Well, don't they use sandbags for
They do.
cars too?
I think they use them for like testing, crash testing. I think they run them into, don't they? I think they run them into
Don't know,
stuff.
but it sounds fun. Do you want to volunteer?
I know if I was a car tester,
Yes.
I would build a sandbag.
Are you going to wear all the
section to
stripes and
stop
have the
car.
yellow and the articulated arms and stuff?
Yeah, all the little patches
Slow
to see.
motion crash.
Don't they have a name for that guy?
Crash dummy.
The crash
That's
dummy.
it. Oh,
I think.
doesn't it like have a
And
name?
they put all little tiny
I-
patches all over him, and then they measures
They're
all
like,
the different forces.
and every time they're like, "Yep, he would have died." Let's see how dead he would be. Let me pull him out. No, okay,
How
sorry.
dead he would be. Probably as dead as dead could be.
Bully asks, "Do you have to put some kind of capping on the top of the earthbag walls to stop water getting in behind the stucco and causing it to crack off the walls? Do we?
That's
Should
a
we? Are
great
we
question.
planning on that or?"
This is new to us. So
We've
I don't
never
know. I
done
was
just
thinking the
walls.
other day, you know how you get that? I bought it one time for one of the pond liner stuff. It's like a pool. You put it in the bottom of the pool to keep the
Seals-
water from going in through the pool. I was thinking maybe a paint
Seals
type like
cement
that,
or
maybe on the
something.
top
And
layer
there was
or
a-
something.
There was
At
a
a
brick
minimum, maybe
sealant,
that
a water brick sealant. you
Water
can get.
repellent.
Yeah.
Water repellent?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
get that
we're gonna
for
have to
bricks
look into
or
something, yeah.
You got that once for a little self-water container we were doing.
Oh,
We had a
okay.
cement bottom, and you put that on there to keep water from soaking through.
Okay, we're gonna have to do something
It's
on
like
the
a
top
cement water
because it is
repellent sealant
porous.
thing.
So there is plans in the works for that.
Yeah.
In last week's video, we had an assortment of cactus videos that took place throughout. Wibble Family Adventures says, "I was wondering if you all ever ate the cactus fruit yourselves. We have prickly pear cactus fruit here in South Arkansas, and it is wonderful. I would love to see a video of you eating your cactus fruit." And we actually
delicious.
have, yes, I think we even filmed it, didn't
Prickly
we?
pear jelly.
Prickly
Yeah,
pear
you'll have to
jam.
put a link to that. We did that, I don't know, a couple years back
Couple
with
years
some
ago.
friends of ours. It was
So
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for
And
sure.
That's the prickly pear ones that are the more the round ones. We've not tried. Apparently those.
The burl cactus ones?
Yeah, the burl
I've
cactus.
eaten
Thank you.
those.
You can eat those apparently.
They're
but
slimy.
Oh, you have eaten it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Bree, did you know you can eat those? Really? Not good. Not good.
But the little the pink prickly pear ones we
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
those into jam. Best jam ever. Oh,
It's good.
it's so good. I've always wondered how easy it would be to farm those. I know it sounds weird, but you buy a bunch of land, you just farm a bunch of prickly pears and make prickly pear jelly.
Damage Inc. said, how old is the bullet doggo? I'm going to say 5.
Was he 2 or 3 when you got him?
Yeah.
I'm going to say he was 5.
Well, we think. We're not really sure.
He's about 1.5, I think.
1.5.
Between
So what is he, like 3 maybe? 4?
3 or 4.
I think you'd be surprised. I think you've had him longer.
I think he's
We'd have to. You think he's 5? Okay.
He looks so young. That it's actually not 5. It is 6. No.
No, it might be 5 or 6. It might be 6,
don't-
closer to 6 now.
Okay.
It's that long.
We'd think we'd keep better track of this and know like his birth date and everything, but
Never. I've never known
You know.
any birthdays of any of my dogs. I barely know my birthday, so, we're doing good.
It falls into the stats.
It falls into
Yeah.
the stats.
I figured I'll just get him around Christmas. Here
They
we go.
exist, but do we have to know them? That's the question.
They're to be determined most of the time. We want to thank you so much for hanging out with our family and being with us, taking part in the conversation and part of our projects and ideas. And thank you so much to all of our Patreon supporters that give every month. We really appreciate that. If you are interested in giving $1, $2 a month, the link will be down in the description there. We do appreciate all those contributions. They definitely go to what we're doing. So thank you so
Everything
much.
helps.
Yes, thank you so much, and we will catch you on Friday for another weekly peek. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.